What would the Bridgerton cast actually be doing if they weren't stuck in the 1800s? Following their lives, experiences, interests, and personalities, I got curious about what they'd look like in 2026. With actual jobs and freedom, Cullen would have the time of his life, and Kate will genuinely surprise you. Lady Violet, with all that wealth and investment as the dowager of a viscount, would easily be a wealthy, well-connected housewife. But take that a nudge higher, add her persuasive and sales skills, and she becomes the perfect businesswoman. Soft, elegant, and absolutely convincing. The kind you underestimate once. Anthony Bridgerton. The oldest. The most responsible. In 2026, he is absolutely a CEO. Inheriting and building the Bridgerton name until Forbes comes calling. He works so hard our dear Kate can barely keep up, but she doesn't have to because as a defense lawyer she already has her hands full all year round. With how she argues with literally everyone and still manages to defend people like Cressida Cowper, a defense lawyer is just perfect today. At least she'll get paid for it. She'd be giving cool baddie energy with the power to drag or defend her husband depending on what the moment calls for. Benedict is everywhere and almost impossible to predict, which is exactly why he'd thrive as a movie director. Creative, free-spirited, and full of enough drama to fuel something genuinely great. He belongs in the creative world where the rules are flexible and the right motivation unlocks everything. Which is the complete opposite of Sophie. Sophie is deeply curious. Always researching, always studying something. A perfect fit for a professor, the kind obsessed with their work but still shows up for family. Spending whole days reading and researching. The kind that actually makes university interesting. Now hear me out, Simon as an architect just makes sense. He loves planning, strategizing, and staying on top of things while remaining slightly unpredictable. Always up to something, always present but always moving. That energy translates perfectly into 2026. And Daphne as a luxury event planner? She plans, organizes, and controls even when everything is falling apart. The fact that she successfully managed 7 Bridgertons with precision and grace is honestly a skill worth monetizing. Organizing beautiful things and getting paid for it. Peak leader energy. Queen Charlotte in 2026 will still be royalty, just fashion royalty. With all that loud, unapologetic style throughout Bridgerton, she was always meant to be a fashion icon. A name in the industry known not just for the work but for how she takes over every single red carpet like she owns it. Think Iris Apfel meets Naomi Campbell energy. Those iconic, larger-than-life fashion names that have stayed the course without toning anything down. That is exactly Queen Charlotte in 2026. Cullen's travel stories won't just bore Eloise in the drawing room anymore, because in 2026 I imagine him as travel vlogger and food influencer. Touring the world, trying new food, discovering new places, and telling us all about it. Not just in his journal this time. He is warm, charismatic, and chill, which are honestly the top 3 qualities of the best influences. Cullen would absolutely bang. Speaking of Eloise, with that investigative, curious, never-resting energy, she is an investigative journalist. Always searching, always looking for something whether out of curiosity or pure nosiness. Assertive, sharp, and hyper-aware of everything around her. She was genuinely upset she didn't connect the dots earlier on The Big Gist, and that energy is exactly what makes her dangerous with a press pass. And to complete the duo, her best friend Penelope runs the most talked-about anonymous podcast. Sitting in her studio covering everything, news, secret information, celebrity gossip, government scandals. On top of it all always. Instead of Lady Whistledown, we call it whispers and scandals. Francesca is the complete opposite of all of that. Reserved, quiet, and deeply introverted. Unlike every other Bridgerton, she is not chasing a role or a spotlight. She is a pianist and composer. Writing music quietly, playing it softly, creating songs that genuinely hit. Perfectly comfortable in her own world. Just elegantly talented. And her husband John Sterling? Total tech bro. The very introverted kind stuck in a room all day writing lines of code and making sense of them. Dresses simply, says little, and just loves listening to Francesca play while he works. Honestly, goals. Not that Hyacinth would notice any of this. She is too busy being the nosy, chaotic last-born that she is. Too young to have a real job but fully committed to being in everybody's business. Up and about, finding problems that don't exist and creating ones that do. Lady Violet does not let her get away with it. And neither does Lady Danbury. As a wealthy dowager in her own right, Lady Danbury is an angel investor in 2026. No stress, no office hours. Just board meetings, strategic investments, and signing deals at exactly the right moment. Power with no effort required. Moving away from the Bridgerton family, Alice running a hotel or hospitality business just makes complete sense. The way she manages everything around her, the control, the organization, the involvement, all of it comes to life in a management role. She is built for it. And Will Mundrich? CEO energy through and through. Together they are the ultimate power couple, fitness and hospitality, discipline and warmth. Running things quietly and excellently. And finally, Prudence and Philippa are on a reality show. They were always made for the cameras and the drama that comes with it. That is the Bridgerton universe in 2026 in my head. Overachieving, chaotic, troublesome lives across every industry. Do you think I smashed it though? Don't forget to like and subscribe.